Now, welcome to another edition of News from Naboo with Thor's Lightning Takes. And let's get right to the news.
Alright, we have some bittersweet news today. At the beginning of the week, we know Ray Stevenson passed away, and that he's in the upcoming Ahsoka show. And so they have released one of his final interviews before his death. He starts out by describing his character as stoically lethal.
Sounds like Count Dooku. I don't know, like the first time I saw him, I even thought like a burlier Count Dooku.
Is he playing an alternate reality?
I don't know, maybe it's just like the general look of him, the gray hair, and just the kind of the stoic look.
I don't know. Christopher Lee, he still looks more like an evil wizard to me than...
There's a reason for that.
Ray Stevenson looks like he's a warrior, he's a knight. He's someone who he has principles and ideals.
I see what you're saying.
I feel like there's just a stronger backbone instead of morals there than Count Dooku's.
I think Christopher Lee could play a knight too, if he didn't in his long, storied career.
No, not the way Ray Stevenson's going to play it. I feel like, we've called it out from watching just the brief moments you've seen him here in the trailer. Something about him carries a specific weight to it. A specific poise, you know?
Yeah.
Stoically lethal seems to describe that really well to me.
I can agree with that so far from the trailer, yes.
Mm-hmm. This interview, he was speaking with Yahoo Entertainment, and they were just asking him general questions about his character. Obviously, seeing him on the screen, he's brand new. He looks aesthetically interesting. Orange lightsaber immediately makes you ask questions. The fact that he has a Padawan, because
so that is like
she has a braid. I'm assuming it's her Padawan. If you watch look at the images and stuff, she has a braid. Not. She has the same saber. Their costumes have the same pattern in them. His is dark, hers is light, but they have the exact same look to them.
So are they something that broke off from the Jedi and kind of went astray?
It's hard to say.
Are we looking at Grey Jedi on screen?
I'm almost positive that she is his Padawan. She's got the braid.
I'm a little worried
and
now.
They wear matching outfits.
You know how I feel about Grey Jedi. I don't feel anything for them.
Whatever.
They should be gone.
But he says there's nothing scary about Baylan. His character does appear to be like an antagonist for Ahsoka.
Ahsoka's fighting him, so
yeah,
clearly not a total good guy, right?
Yeah.
Unless he's misunderstood.
Like Thanos.
Probably not quite like Thanos, but...
He says, I think the exciting thing to see and feel where this journey goes and how it's impacting his journey, he told the outlet. Basically, if you're in his way, he'll politely request that you get out of it, and if you don't, you'll be removed.
See, that kind of sounds like Dooku, too. I don't think Dooku would just kill you because you're... Maybe Clone Wars Dooku, but certainly not Episode 2 Dooku.
Please get out of my way. No? Hallway scene.
Yeah, we do see that, so we know
Dooku doesn't have a hallway scene.
He deserves one.
No. I think it'd be boring. He'd just walk down the hall.
No, he wouldn't. He'd lightsaber some people in his way.
I'm sure.
Who refuse to move.
There's something a little too hoity-toity about Dooku.
I kind of like that. I like that he carries himself differently than you would imagine a Sith Lord. Kind of
he does carry himself as a lord, so...
Exactly. That's kind of... he's, he does have his own planet. It's cool.
Just because you're the leader of Serrano and you're a Sith doesn't mean you get to be a Sith Lord. Or does it?
Well, he's never a Sith Master, unfortunately for him. But no, I've always kind of liked the way Dooku carries himself, that he's not what you imagine a Sith to be like.
And even though we do see him crossing sabers with Ahsoka in the trailer, Stevenson says there's no malevolence there. There's no, you want to slaughter the world. There's something other driving him. He's not quite good, but he's not great.
Or does Dave just not allow anyone to hate Ahsoka? Even those who have to fight her. I'm sorry, I don't want to do this. It's in the script.
No, I think he might be a good foil for her because she walked that path too of I'm not really a Jedi, and he might be walking a similar path.
That's a good point. That might lend more credence to my little theory that I came up with that are somehow an offshoot of the Jedi. Somehow maybe they got trapped in the new beyond. Some Jedi did, and they formed a new order.
Could also be why they're not exactly on Thrawn's side, because I don't think they're on Thrawn's side either.
No, I don't think they're. Yeah, the more I hear about it, I don't think they're on Thrawn's side either. I think Thrawn would like them on his side.
I think so too. I mean, who wouldn't? Baylan looks badass, and so does Shin. He's also said that getting to wield the lightsaber is just the best feeling in the world.
Does he make the noises like they all do? Vroom, vroom.
He did say first time they handed it to me for the camera test, I couldn't help myself. I made the noise.
Everybody makes the noise. There's something inhuman about you if you don't make the noise.
It's just built in. You have to.
Yeah,
if you
because
try and
we've
do
been
it
doing it from
quietly, you're
your...
like, yeah, I'm doing it.
Everybody's done it since they were a kid. The first time you picked up a
Wrapping
wrapping paper...
tube?
God, you know me too
Unless
well.
they were a sword, because we played a lot of She-Ra in my house when we were kids.
Well, there was no She-Ra in my house.
So you weren't playing the cool game?
No, I was playing the cool game. I was the Luke.
She-Ra.
Oh, Jesus. There was no... That was not uttered in my house.
It should have been. It was the superior show.
Actually, I did watch She-Ra, but I don't remember if I liked it or not as a kid. It actually replaces He-Man. I don't know if I realized that when I was young because He-Man was still on. But the third season of He-Man is essentially She-Ra, which was not a good idea because then toy sales just dropped off the face of the earth after that. Yeah. And the line was canceled for a while.
That's what happens when your britches get too big and you say, let's just try and cater to a new audience out of the blue. And became superior in every way because her sword could change into anything.
Could it?
It changed into a lot of things.
Oh, that's right, it did.
I don't know why He-Man's sword doesn't have those cool abilities. I mean, they're twins.
They are twins.
They're siblings. And yet, one of them got a really good sword.
He-Man's sword's okay.
It's not quite as versatile. Where's his flying horse?
He's got Cringer. He doesn't need a flying horse. A.k.a. Battle
Cringer
Cat.
should be able to fly then.
He doesn't need to fly. He's He-Man.
Flying gets you around faster.
Yeah, he doesn't need to. He takes his time. He gets there precisely when he means to.
Late. Okay.
How do we get into these weird conversations?
All right, moving on to the next order of business.
I know, because we have them all day, every day.
Next order of business. One of Carrie Fisher's Star Wars dresses is going up for auction at the end of June. If any well-off people are listening to this, you have a chance to own one of Carrie Fisher's A New Hope dresses. I am talking about the ceremony dress from A New Hope, the floor-length cream silk gown. It's believed to be the only Leia costume left from A New Hope, as in all the other ones seem to have been destroyed, disappeared, garbaged. It's the only one they believe still exists from the entire movie.
No way of knowing how desirable some of those costume and set pieces were going to be.
Episode 4, you have one Leia costume that still seems to exist.
That's crazy.
And it's going up for auction. It is estimated right now that it's going to sell somewhere between $1 and $2 million.
Oh.
Yeah, this is going to be an expensive dress.
So no one listening is going to be...
You don't know that?
Well, if they are and they want to, I don't know, own an old Thor Skywalker t-shirt for half that price, we're in business. I still got some from high school. I know, a long time ago, but that's just how it goes.
I'm sure they're in as good condition as this Leia dress.
Probably worse. Probably much worse.
But to put it in perspective, in 2015, the gold bikini slave costume was sold at auction for a mere $96,000.
What?
I say a mere just because of the fact that
this
dress is selling for so much more.
How did that not go for so much more?
I don't know.
That actually, I mean, not that there
isn't
something about that first...
2015. Carrie Fisher hadn't passed away yet. Maybe there's more of those in circulation. Maybe she had more than one of them.
Perhaps. I don't know.
It's not as rare as being the only A New Hope dress to survive.
True. But I mean, for better or worse, that tends to be her most iconic cosplay look. That's for sure.
I don't know. I thought standard A New Hope Leia.
What? Have you ever been to a convention? They're everywhere. Slave Leias are everywhere. I'm sorry, Hutt Slayer.
They're not comfortable.
They don't have to be comfortable.
Yes, they do. You don't want to have a wardrobe malfunction in that thing.
No, you don't.
End of June is when this auction goes on, and it's a 3-day auction of multiple things. If you are interested, you can look into it.
Again, you can save your money and get some old Thor Skywalker merch.
Oh boy, someday you'll have merch. Someday.
We should have merch. We get asked about it all the time. I don't know why we haven't...
Nobody asks me.
Oh, really?
No.
I don't know. People are interested in merch. I guess leave a comment below. It won't be $500,000, I promise.
No. Maybe price one at $500,000 just for... just to see.
Oh my! I would feel so bad.
It'll be like Thor actually wore this once.
No, good God! I would feel so terrible if somebody actually paid like $500,000 for just a shirt that's had Thor Skywalker on it.
It would have to look worse than the regular ones.
It would. It would have to look like it was one of my high school shirts. All right. Well, I think on that note, it's going to be all we got for you this time. So now it's your turn to take to the comments below and tell us what you think of any and all of today's news, or go buy an old Thor shirt. Kidding. But anyway, leave your comments below. Let's talk some Star Wars. And until next time, thanks for watching.